Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we're back on the channel.
What's the title?
She says it's always somewhere you got an old music video.
What you said? I be like, Lord have mercy.
You only come with the drama with Omar.
Messy, child.
It ain't messy. It ain't. Today we got world's second most racist creative.
Oh.
F'd around and found out. Suck your mother.
Okay, babe.
Hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, you gotta do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
Please lock it in with a thumbs up.
please. But let's go, y'all. Let's check it out.
I thought you were about to sing the song.
Nah.
Oh.
Let's see what's about. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm starting to notice this pattern. These people that claim to be activists or free speech thinkers or believers in self-defense, they aren't really activists. They aren't really people fighting for people's rights. They're just
Not at
idiots
all.
trying to go viral and get a moment off.
That's
Hey
it.
guys, it's Jake Lang here. I'm in the Dallas County Jail. They ripped me off the plane today. Dozens of officers.
They ripped you out the plane. You been acting brand new.
Oh
Jake.
my gosh.
Oh, Jakey boy.
I was just about to say that.
Dallas County Jail. They ripped me off the plane today. Dozens of officers treating me like El Chapo. They drove me through the tarmac. They've arrested me for a felony, what's called terroristic threat, simply
But
because
that's what
they
it is.
said that if the jury did not find Carmelo Anthony guilty, that we the people will deal with justice.
Carmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse.
Jake Lang is no different than any...
Well, the white dude back home did the same thing. He effed around and found out too, huh? Lost his job. I'm talking about back in my time. He said the same shit. And it ain't had nothing to do with it.
Didn't have nothing. What you said?
He just said he's just racist.
Online. What you said?
And I ain't gonna hold you. And that's the thing coming from communities like where we come from, y'all. Like, you really don't know who is amongst your community, right? This man went on a whole technically a racist rampage, even if it's just a one. You can't, bro. When you have certain positions as far as your work, right? You just can't say and talk amongst platforms with no repercussions. You are a reflection of the job you're working. Reason why I'm saying that is because his wife is also in a school system. She's a school teacher. She just retired. But come to find out, I said, I do remember her when I was a kid. I really don't remember a lot of teachers from my childhood. Like
Yeah.
but I was like, she
remember
do look familiar. And I'm like, I think I do. But she was also my niece's teacher. My niece teacher, I think in kindergarten. And she's always, she's one of those problematic teachers. And now her husband being found out that he was on, and now it makes you side eye the wife. Because I don't care how she might come out and say, I didn't say it, that was my husband. What he says, it kind of does represent you. You know what I'm saying? Because she said that a lot. She was like, hey, you got to watch it because you are a reflection of me as well. And I'm like, that is true because 1 and 1, we are 2. I mean, two, you get what I'm saying? As 2, we are 1. What the hell?
You act like you a little drunk.
I know, right?
I'm not drunk.
I'm not drunk. Not today. Well,
Not any day. What are you talking about?
But what basically what I'm trying to say is calm down. What I'm basically trying to say is what he was saying was also a reflection of her.
Yeah.
Because this is your husband.
Yeah.
So these are possibly also the conversations y'all have in private.
In private.
So
for
also,
you to feel comfortable enough to get online and say some wild stuff like that, knowing the position that you hold
in the school system.
In the school system.
And so that's the reason why I know in one video I said these are also the people who teach our kids.
Right.
And so if they're willing to be on this and teach the kids how beneficial are they towards the kids' education?
Right.
Especially down south. Now I can only speak down south. I can't speak beyond the southern, but
Yeah.
Other online provocateur. He sees a situation in which people are going through true, and I do mean true unrest, divisive moments, truly shaky and anxious times. He decides to attach himself to it, spreading his online gimmick and online rhetoric in real life. But you see, that's the problem with him. When you think that you can play these online games IRL, they're gonna make an example out of you. And needless to say, when Jake Lang found himself at the most divisive court cases in this nation at the time, he fucked around, and he's currently finding out by having himself be back in jail after trying to be Mr. Billy Badass, get off this online Twitter tactic of being racist in public. You see, being online and being some sort of racist gets you some sort of fan base and gets you some sort of attention. When you're outside of a courthouse yelling the most heinous things, you're gonna find yourself in handcuffs facing serious charges. Bro. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Join me as we pack up these idiot racists as they think that online culture and tactics are the way to go IRL. Can't wait till somebody really slaps one of these guys. Now, back into the video. Now, I would say not to make this political, but damn, isn't everything at this point? I think it's important to understand exactly who Jake Lang is. Jake Lang was one of those internet commentators that was a part of the January 6th March on the Capitol riots that took place, was that a couple years ago at this point now? When Trump got in office, he had eventually gotten pardoned for those, but he found that going to these events, being somebody who was a provocateur, being loud, being boisterous, was a way that was going to get his name and face in the social media sphere. Since then, he's been doing this same sort of gimmick and shtick to little consequences, but now he is facing what has to be some of his most severe charges, and I don't think his president is going to come and save him. Jake Lang was arrested on June 9th and booked on a felony terror.
Are these dudes married? Damn, 95? Jake, cut your bang off and let's see how bald you are for real.
Edward.
I said James. I meant Jake.
No, you said Jake.
I think it's Edward Jake Lang. That's why I think it is.
Edward.
She said your mama named you Edward. I'm gonna call you Edward.
Going by middle name.
Hey, shout out to the people who be into the zodiacs. I don't know what zodiac he is, but is he a reflection of his zodiac? I'm saying based on birthday. Some people into that. I don't know the zodiacs. I don't know what people are in April.
What made you say that?
Because some people are
Oh.
100% a reflection of whatever they might be. But reason why it's
95 though. I'm still stuck on the date of birth.
Oh, is he married? Does he have
40 years
kids?
old.
Because are you being a positive representation of a family man, of a guy, of a leader of a household? Because
are you being a positive? Well,
but reason why I'm saying because you got to lead by example, and at the end of the day,
well,
going
you
out
here acting an A. I know
that's what I'm saying.
So
you need to be at the house.
No. And even if you don't have kids and a wife, and you acting like this, I don't think at this big old age,
you never know. Oh, go finish.
I think at this big old age, this is who you are. I don't think you're gonna.
But some women might still want to be with him though. Certain
some people
type
have
of
that
women.
same mindset.
Certain type of women.
So yeah.
Terroristic threat charge. His bond was set at $1 million, which immediately made this feel like a Chud sequel. Now, you would think after being in jail for 4 years in relation to the January 6th incident, only to be pardoned by Donald Trump, he would get some sort of newfound way of going about life. Hey, maybe I can still give my commentary, but not do the act.
She said he a criminal. Which is true. I wonder, are they charging him because of his history too? Then also, is this a federal or a state? I got some questions.
Found way of going about life. Hey, maybe I can still give my commentary, but not do the actual physical actions. Maybe I don't have to be so divisive. Maybe I don't have to spew this bullshit nonsense out there in the world. Well, you'd be wrong. Just a couple weeks ago, Jake Lang decided to attach his name to Chud the Builder, of all people. All roads lead back to Chud the Builder. I'm telling you, this is the way that this internet works. He was that guy that got kicked out of the courthouse and was standing on the courthouse steps later on that same day or the next day talking about some sort of two-tiered justice system, screaming at the top of his lungs. Some nonsense. I don't know. But the lesson that Jake learned wasn't that, you know, there's some sorts of consequences to being this level of provocateur. If anything, he saw reward in it. And ultimately, this pushed him down the same path as Chud the Builder, saying, hey, I can continuously do this over and over again with little to no consequences and only rewards. This would lead him to the courthouse steps of the Carmelo Anthony trial, where let's just say Jake Lang did his best Jake Lang impersonation.
Hey, you motherfucking know it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you talk about the motherfucking lie, and you know it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure that most people are familiar with the Carmelo Anthony situation with Austin Metcalf. And this isn't the video where I'm going to go into detail about the case, but I think it's fair to say that the situation was already tense. People were already on the edges of their seat. But instead of going down there to cover it like the journalist that he claims he is, Jake Lang went down there to be a provocateur. Why the hell does he?
He claims to be a journalist.
No.
He can't be a journalist. He has no degree.
He dropped out of
community college.
Well, it wasn't a community college.
I don't know. I'm gonna call it everybody who's. Oh no, that's the other one.
That's the other one.
That's the other one. He dropped. They said.
But
he was highly educated. He dropped out of community college.
He dropped out of college,
too.
but it wasn't a community college.
I don't know what kind of level of college he was in, but obviously he come.
But he ain't no journalist,
He
so
couldn't
your
make
point
it, so.
still stands. Yeah.
Like the journalist that he claims he is, Jake Lang went down there to be a provocateur. Why the hell does he have a poster board with Austin Metcalf and Charlie Kirk on it? What point is he trying to prove here? He showed up yelling, agitating, provoking onlookers, people who were already emotional about this situation on both sides of the fence. He didn't do anything but escalate how people felt about both sides, both parties, and the emotional state that they were already in. He heightened it. Even went in his Chud the Builder bag and pulled out, chimping out a racial epithet in order to get an emotional response out of one of the spectators there. And this reveals the entire playbook. He's not there to be this free speech to a self-defense advocate that he's claiming to be at all of these stops.
Boy, ain't got no balance. My boy, take out the military tactical gear. You could, like, bro, did he serve any time in the military? Hold on. I gotta see, did he serve any time in the military? Bro, take that shit off. You look like a fool, bro. I know a lot of military men say, bro, you don't even deserve to wear camo as fashion, bro. Like, what kind of weird ass shit? Look how he kicking it over, y'all. Let's be real. Look how he damn near failed trying to kick some shit over.
That he's claiming to be at all of these stops.
I'm gonna fail. Boom. I'm gonna bust his ass again. I'm gonna fail again. I'm gonna weak. That's a weak ass bitch.
Pro-life, baby. America first, America only. We need to make sure this state stays a Christian state. Look at these people. These are not Americans. This is not what Americans look like or dress like. You guys are invaders. Invaders to our country.
He's just taking a page out of a playbook that Chud the Builder has already used ad nauseum. Show up to a place that already has a tense aura about itself, emotional air, and people on the edge of their seats about things that they are OD passionate about. Say some racist thing, wait for them to react, clip the confrontation, and then go viral on social media. Now with the Carmelo Anthony situation, it's different than, you know, you going to a local protest saying that we want these books in our schools, or that, you know, we want to be able to go into marriage like this couple or with this religion. This is a real trial with a real defendant. Somebody really lost their life. There are families who are crying about this situation, families who feel some guilt, families who feel some grief, families who are hurting. And you decided to go there and, you know, use it as some sort of stage for your content. But the issue is that Jake didn't even just stay racist and annoying. He escalated it into real deal threats.
Carmelo Anthony should be swinging from the tree outside this courthouse. Carmelo Anthony should be hanging from a tree.
Yeah, that's absolutely disgusting. It's one thing if you feel a certain way about this case and go out there to have spirited and heated conversation about which side is right or which side is wrong. But those are threats, gang. Those are threats. Clear as day, no way about it. And that's why Jake Lang found himself in handcuffs and set with $1 million bond because of the threats that he placed on Carmelo Anthony at a trial. Apparently, he also said that if the justice system didn't give him the death penalty, that somebody should Carmelo Anthony. What are we doing? This isn't edgy commentary. This is language that's aimed to be violence toward a group of people. This is language aimed to be violent towards a person.
I'm in the Dallas County Jail. They ripped me off the plane today. Dozens of officers treating me like El Chapo. They've arrested me for a felony, what's called terroristic threat, simply because I said that if the jury did not find Carmelo Anthony guilty, that we the people will deal with justice. They arrested me. They're holding me here.
Now we're using it. Come on, bro.
Don't even know what.
You can't use we the people like that, man, because you don't represent the people. You represent a group of people, not we the people. We the people means the U.S. government. We're going to use it in correct terminology, bro. I will say this, though, when it comes down to it. A lot of people really properly needs to educate themselves when it comes down to the legal system, the law, and study case by case. Am I someone who people say I think I'm a know-it-all? Somebody did come in there earlier today, said kid know-it-all. No, I don't proceed to be a know-it-all. I know what I know, and I'm not afraid to ask questions pertaining to something I don't know. Yeah. And I will say, hey, inform me if I am wrong. That's not a know-it-all. Mm-hmm. But pertaining to what I do know, I'm going to stand 10 toes grounded on what I do know. And a lot of times if you come back later, it might be a couple months later, you'll find out what I'm speaking on or what I stand behind is true. The results are it. So I'll say this, in a lot of cases, a lot of people spew out rhetoric from emotions, hatred, or whatever it may be, instead of looking at it for what it is and the truth sentiment of a lot of things. And that's the reason why they come to the conclusion, and a lot of times they're wrong. And a lot of times in people like Jake Lang and a lot of people that act like him and be on that same type of time, are a lot of times wrong about a lot of things that they put out there in the air. Mm-hmm. And the problem is you have so many people who lack the research capability, or only thing they want to go to is straight to a chat GPT instead of looking things up and reading articles and getting more and filling yourself with proper knowledge. Yeah. You'd rather somebody just give you the knowledge and then you run with it, not knowing the backings behind it. Yeah. And so me, when I look things up, I constantly check multiple sources before I run with anything. That's what me and C does. When we look something up, we ain't just going off of what Google say. All right, let me look at this, and then I'm going to look further into it and look further into it. And I'm like, okay, now we got the answer we're looking for. But that's society we have now. These fake journalists, they put out these fake ass statistics, and people just roll with it. Yeah. With no real backing behind it. Right. And so it's just hate speech.
Probably on an exorbitant bond. I'm going to see the judge in the morning. So please, guys, go to my Gift and Go account, donate some money to help me get out of here. I'll be stuck here
for begging. Don't y'all say people in America need to quit begging and quit begging? Don't they? That's what they be saying.
Solitary confinement if I don't make bond.
See, this is my problem with these types of content creators, these antagonizers, these provocateurs. They act as if we don't have the actual video of them saying some of the most heinous things on camera. They then use this soft messaging to galvanize an audience to donate to their Give, Send, Go so that they can ultimately have a big payday. While these people, these ignorant, dumb, unsuspecting people feel like they're patronizing somebody who has been wrongfully treated by the law, whole time they're out there saying stupid and ignorant shit. And it's crazy that I'm always using this as a litmus test now, but you know it's some dumbass thing to say when we look at some of the most extreme right-wing creators for validation on the matter, and they're providing it. Nick Fuentes went on his platform and condemned the shit that Jake Lang said.
Did you see Jake Lang was arrested on terroristic threat charges and has a $1 million bond?
Yeah, thank God. Honestly, they should just not even give him bond. That is the most Jewish looking person I've ever seen, and equally one of the most unlikable likable people I've ever seen online.
Not that I agree with the language as a
I
whole.
ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what Neil Fuente has been doing lately. I know you probably haven't been seeing it. I'm like, Neil, what you stand on? Because I don't even know no more.
But I think a lot of people are now starting to see through the grift that some of these online content creators are doing. When they go out there, they provoke a group of people, say the most outrageous things, and then hide their hands behind this whole free speech label and free speech game. It's tired. It's an old and it's a lazy, boring trope. And now Jake Lang is going to have to find out the hard way that all the support systems that he thought he had are going to be gone. His reckless actions are going to come with a cost. And it's happening in real time. Reportedly, based off of Jake Lang's own Twitter account, I don't know who's running it now, but Jake Lang has been attacked by a group of black prison guards in the Dallas County Jail. You can literally see them manhandling him in this mugshot photo. They haven't given him a bed yet, and he slept on the concrete
How
floor.
can you, what? A group of all black prison guards. And I can see what can I see in the photo? A person holding him with a glove on?
Just holding him like this.
I can't
take
see
the photo.
anything.
But I do know somebody who mugshot that we all are familiar with.
And it says
If
they
you know,
haven't
you
given
catch my
him
drift.
a bed yet. And he slept.
At least he looked conscious and alive in his mugshot. There's a famous mugshot that goes around that looks like a lifeless person in a mugshot. We're not there in the room to know if the person was alive or not, but the mugshot that was put out there doesn't appear to be appears to be a lifeless body. We don't, if you know, you probably can't catch my drift either. But at least I see
body
life
with life. Someone that's I was thinking about because you said it. Anyway, I know what you were trying to say, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know who be running this shit and be.
Or last night. The guards are retaliating against Jake because of the Carmelo Anthony conviction. And they're trying to claim that the hand that is placed on him is some sort of black guard. And it's most likely, and not even most likely, it's definitely a guard that is propping up somebody for a mugshot photo who isn't cooperating. And they usually have those gloves on so they don't catch anything or get any spit on their hands or any sorts of germs be passed. This is some of the stupidest rage bait. But this is just showing how ugly this whole situation got. And for what it's worth, he's going to have to pay a price. You sat there and you agitated and you agitated and you agitated. And they're going to treat his dumb ass just like Chud the Builder. Jake Lang has a plethora of clips online where he's going from courthouse to courthouse provoking situations. He was at the Chud the Builder one and he stepped out of line and the judge had to kick him out. He was at what looked to be some sort of county meeting antagonizing Muslim people about their religion. He was at the Carmelo Anthony trial and other trials for what it's worth. He set up different protests. He set up different gatherings. All these things to antagonize a subsection of people because his business model is based off of overt racism, using it as a way of rage baiting people. And now he's locked up. The bond is massive. He faces serious charges, and it's all because he wanted to copy that Chud the Builder method. Jake Lang is the exact problem with the whole escalation game and content creation. You'll get rewarded, sure enough. The viewers will be there. The donations will be there. Your fame and notoriety to the everyday person will elevate, no doubt about it. And you'll get off a couple times for sure. He should have definitely used that January 6th situation where he spent time in jail, 4 years to be exact, as some sort of warning sign that this could go wrong. But you know, sometimes you'll get hit with a ticket. You'll get a president who thinks that what you did was okay or whatever shit he said, and you'll be able to get off a few times. But now you're building a case for yourself. You're attaching yourself with Chud the Builder, who it looks like they're about to throw the book at him, thank God. But basically who's done the same exact things that you're doing because you stole his playbook. Now you're going to the Carmelo Anthony trial and you're escalating from racial epithets to straight up threats on people's lives. This isn't some story about free speech. Every time somebody says some shit about free speech, we know it's a lie. This is this man making a straight up arrest. And this is the thing that these guys never understand, or at least they don't want us to think that they understand. The internet might reward this type of confrontation. It might reward this type of bigotry. Hell, it even might reward saying the most insane things outside of a courtroom. But once those cuffs get on you, once you're behind that jail cell, once you have to face a judge and they start stacking those tweets and shit up in front of you and you have to convince a jury of 12 that that's not what you meant, I don't know what to tell you, brother. You're going to have a hard uphill battle. The problem with Jake Lang isn't that free speech is under attack. The problem with Jake Lang is that he didn't read until the end of Chud the Builder's playbook. And maybe it's because he didn't let it play out well. But you being Chud the Builder's biggest supporter, taking his playbook and doing the exact same thing is going to have you seeing the same end result as Chud the Builder, with them doors slamming behind you and then somebody else maybe slamming behind you too. I don't know.
So,
and I'll just say this, one quick thing. I really need people to understand what the First Amendment is, the freedom of speech. Like, I really need them to really study freedom of speech. Like, really understand what freedom of speech means and stop just using it for the stupid rhetoric y'all try to push.
facts. I do agree with that.
Like, really.
I agree.
Because I'll say this real quick. A lot of these, we also got to go to time period when a lot of rights and things was written, right? And you got to understand the times and the periods of what was going on for them to put these things into law and into publication for the American government. Once you study real American history, I don't know how y'all did in school. A lot of people copy people, but a lot of people didn't take in the knowledge. And I know they don't teach stuff like they used to, but understand so you won't make an ass at yourself out here.
True.
But hey, y'all spin us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts in the comments for us down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kidding.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar.